Welcome to another show of The Girls. I'm with my co-host here, my daughter, Janine, and I love your background.
Thank you. I keep everyone guessing. Dad set up your Zoom for you and he's like, where are you now?
Yeah, where are you?
I just his background. I said on the other show, I don't know who these people are, but they're famous when, they're on our show, these people right here. But anyway, happy 10th anniversary. Everyone will keep hearing that this whole season as we continue our journey throughout the pandemic and COVID and Zoom life. And it has actually helped some businesses and, people had to reinvent themselves. So we're going to talk to someone today, a returning guest who reinvented herself, kept her passion and reinvented what she's doing because of COVID.
Well, I still cannot believe that we've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the vision that we had. So when you talk about having visions, as our guests will talk about too, but we had this vision to bring people together and help to get information out there because of the porch chats are gone and people are so busy, whatever, but still to stay connected. And with the girls, we've met the most wonderful people over the past 10 years. I don't doubt that they're going to be leaving an impression on my life forever because they have so much to offer. Every single person that we met had so much to offer that you would never even think of as just here in our backyard.
Yeah, I wish I had a camera on me every time I'm out because people come up to us all the time and they say, well, they're passing you and they'll be like, hey, I know you. You're shorter in person, or I love the season where you and your mom were doing this. And, we didn't mention the first show, and I should this show that Lori is still on with us. And we've had so many different co-hosts, but she's just so busy with her job that she gets on with us when she can. But it's amazing what people say. I have the best comments that you just think are, whatever. But for the most part, people are, they say stuff that's encouraging and positive, and they like to see us interacting with different people. And
I was just shocked because I was at Walmart. There's Dad and I with our groceries, and I had my hat on and a whole bit. And going out, the greeter was so nice. He said, hey, he said, I know you from TV. He said, you're royalty. He said, you're the queen of Walmart. I'm like, oh, wow.
All right, queen of Walmart. There you go.
I was like, oh, no. I'm like, just talking with them. But people are genuinely so nice about the shows, too. And they enjoy watching the shows. And that's so great to hear because that's one of the reasons and the reason why we did it, because we wanted to take people maybe where they couldn't go, or to just be able to sit and chat and, experience some things with the viewers. So yeah, it's been great. I look forward to every single show. And to be honest with you, I still get like the little butterflies before I do a show. I get like really nervous. Do you?
No,
I just get excited. I don't know that I'm nervous. I think I'm more excited because it's something for me to do because I lead such a boring life. So, learning about other people's lives is great. I mean, I have my little Gucci over here and Dad keeps me going and whatever, but it's just getting to meet all these great people and see what they're doing.
Well, we have another very colorful guest on with us. She was on before, Michele Gresh. I actually met her during the pandemic while she did some free classes online. It was called Q-Fit. And of course, this one has to ask her what the Q stands for. Quarantine. So it was Quarantine Fit. And then when she actually started her business, she changed it over to G-Fit because
which
her name
stands for
Michele Gresh.
Yes.
So Gresh Fit. And she is hilarious. She is raw. She is real. She does not take a back seat. So she is going to be on with us. Baseball cap on backwards and all, maybe no makeup, but hey, she gets it done. She keeps it real and she keeps a lot of women healthy. So she's been rolling and her story is phenomenal. Listen, we've all go up and down with our weight. I don't know one woman or girl who actually would say my body is how I want it. And she's taken the body image to a whole new level of appreciation. Definitely be kinder to yourself, especially during COVID and this pandemic. So she's going to be on with us. Now we're not going to be working out, thank God, or maybe we will work out.
I will be working out 1 and 2 and 1
with your water. Yeah.
My water.
All right. We'll be right back. Michele Gresh, if you're looking to get some inspiring words about getting in shape or looking at your diet and exercise, stay with us. She tells you, get rid of the scale. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the girls. As promised, we have one of our most exciting guests on. This is Michele Gresh, and she is the founder, creator, operator, everything of G-Fit, Gresh Fit, G-Fit. She is an inspiration to anyone, no matter what kind of shape you're in, no matter what kind of mood you're in. Just tune into Michele and you will be on top of the world. Welcome, Michele.
Hi, good to be back.
Since the last time we spoke, your business has grown tremendously. When we first had you on, I was telling the viewers it was Q-Fit during, when the pandemic started. And then when you started your business, let's fast forward to get into the good stuff of G-Fit. Holy moly, the last 2 years have been amazing. Amazing.
Here, we're still going strong. Yeah, lots have changed, lots of growth, lots of good things have happened.
Tell everyone what G-Fit is so that they know what you're all about, what your motto is.
Well, we used to be a group of women that were solely on Facebook, originated out of the pandemic as a way to kind of just keep ourselves mentally and physically strong and supporting one another. We later grew to a larger number and moved to a private site on Facebook, and we're working out together every day. And then I decided to kind of go global and build my own website. So we're kind of open to everyone now. So we're doing our thing. We still, I live stream from my website 6 days a week. And it's pretty much open now for anybody to join, but we also still have our little support group on Facebook.
Well, for the 10 years that we've been on air, you've been a guest of ours several times. We were with you when you were first starting your own personal journey. So for anyone who doesn't know that journey, do you just want to take us back to the beginning? How all this started?
I did just, in my younger college years, I had a real serious battle with weight loss and obesity, and kind of took it into my own hands and tried to figure it out on my own. Later, I think the show that we did early on was geared towards my marathon running. So then I started becoming a runner and running marathons. And I just kind of been on this journey for like decades now, I feel like, and just trying to grow kind of what I believe in when it comes to health and wellness and weight loss, and just turn it into something that I can, just take with me and build my business off of. And here I am. And, I'm sitting in my own studio right now. I just got finished teaching a class for actually a school district, the teachers. So I personal train here as well. But yeah, I just keep trying to keep going with it.
But you teach a very authentic way of diet and exercise, and you are in the minority because, we're in an age where we want everything so quick. No quicker than now, especially with technology and the improvements in technology over the years. So specifically talk to people on your way of being in shape and your focus on how people diet and exercise, the importance of both.
The biggest thing we do with diet and exercise is we just continuously try to complicate it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be complicated. And that is my biggest thing. I just always say, don't complicate it. It's about moving your body and being mindful when you sit in front of a plate of food, and just understanding portions, and just having, that inner will to just exercise a couple times a week. And it's more about, we like to gear it specifically towards the scale. And I'm trying to just, really enlighten people that there's so much more to weight loss than, just a number on the scale. It's about prolonging your life and fighting disease. So I think one, we like to complicate it. And two, we like to keep it centered specifically around what number we want to see on the scale. And we forget about the mental part of it. And we forget about the emotional part of it. And we forget about how good it is for our heart and our body and just fighting disease and prolonging our life. So I have a real keep it real, don't complicate it motto that has really, I think I've gotten to some people, it has clicked. And now they're understanding that, yeah, it really just does not have to be this complicated, dreadful process. It's about waking up every day, finding time to move your body, and really understanding what it looks like to overeat and consume more than you burn. And that's just really it.
And to keep motivated, you are the motivator of all times.
It's never going to be perfect. We constantly look for perfection. And when you do that with diet and exercise, you're bound to just fail. You can't think of this as the perfect process. You're always going to get that perfect workout in. You're always going to eat the way you need to. You're always going to be, right on target with your calories. It's just not the way it is. So I think when you initially accept that it's just not going to be picture perfect, you set yourself up to not be so easily self-defeated. And that's another thing I really stress is that, it's about just doing the best you can. And that will keep you in it. If you have that mindset, I'm going to wake up every day, I'm going to do the best I can to take care of myself, you're more than likely going to want to stick to it.
Your likability, though, is your authenticity, though. If you look at, people don't want to have an Instagram influencer who's in their 20s when they're in their 40s or 50s, had 2 kids, maybe, let's be real here. Stuff happens to your body as you age, your metabolism changes, things happen here, people. And now you're trying to train out with a 25-year-old, in her half shirt, her boobs coming out and the perfect butt. And it's intimidating, right?
Yeah. I always say, I feel like I'm just up against the world. I mean, I still say that. I do have an Instagram account. I don't have 1 million followers. I don't care if I have 1 million followers. I mean, it's just not why I'm in this. I'm really not in it to show off my body and for the fame. I was very fit before I had my daughter. And then I really struggled with finding my way postpartum back to feeling my old self. And I think after we have children, we all want to feel our old self. And it really can be an internal and an external battle. And that is what really got me to where I am today, is that mother who now has kids, now has a life to balance, now has hormones to, throw things off for me. I mean, it's just real life stuff. And it's really just not about perfection and posting myself all over social media and Instagram. I mean, I just want to reach that crowd that, understands that this is just a real life situation. And it's not about reaching the perfect body. It's about how can we be sensible about this and understand it as a whole so that it's sustainable long-term.
Well, I love the one quote that you have on your Facebook page. If you continuously compete with others, you will become bitter. If you continuously compete with yourself, you will become better. So,
and
yeah.
True. Like, it always shocks me because I'll get messages and emails. Well, this is the fittest I've ever been. And you're better than Peloton, and you're better than this, and you're better than that. And I wouldn't even know. I really wouldn't even know. I don't spend my time comparing myself to anybody in the industry. I mean, I just don't. I know what has worked for me. I've been through every eating disorder. I've been on every diet. I've done every workout. And I know specifically what has worked for me. And I really just don't spend my time worrying about other trainers, other programs, other gyms. Everybody who has been in GFit with me now going on 2 years, I really haven't had to beg them. I haven't had to coax them into staying. So I try to take care of my following. If I gain more, that's great. If I don't, I want to take care of the people who have stuck by me and has clicked with this program.
Also, too, is, the motto, it's almost like the real deal is this: if you don't put in the work, you're going to gain the weight back. And some people might not want to hear the raw truth of, hey, listen, if you're going to sit on your butt all day, you're not going to lose any weight. You got to do it the hard way. You got to put in the work. You have to eat less calories than you put in. But we like the quick fix of going on this protein shake and taking this pill. And I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating, and it does. I've learned from you to like, you need to be consistent, and you need to, after motivation, consistency. And over time of living, it has to be a lifestyle. That's when you'll see changes, not only mentally, but also the physical part. That comes later.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
there has to be some tough love. And,
Yeah.
everybody that jumps on a fitness journey and they get a personal trainer and they join that $200 a month gym, or they buy that diet, whatever plan, they like to blame the program, the trainer, the gym, when it doesn't work. And that's just simply like, if you don't put in the work, don't expect the results. And that's just the cold, hard truth. There's always going to be things that are in your way, whether it's underlying health conditions or you're on a certain medicine. There's always going to be things that potentially block, losing weight. But the bottom line is, if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the results. And it doesn't matter if you're training with $1 million Hollywood trainer, or you've got your neighbor down the street that owns their own gym. I mean, you just have to put the work in, and it has to be realistic, and you have to be able to sustain it. We like to do these crazy things. I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a month because I have a wedding next month. And that's great and all, but that yo-yo approach to fitness is really detrimental to mental health. And I can't say it enough, and Facebook and social media is the prime place to just have all this stuff thrown at you. The 5-in-1 diet. And it's all great. Everybody has what works for them, but it can be really, really destructive to constantly go back and forth in diet routines and exercise routines. And my newest thing now is movement is movement. Okay. Movement is movement. And I used to be that girl that was jumping fires and rolling under barbed wires and running 26 miles. And now that I'm older and it's more challenging for me, I truly understand that movement is movement, and it all counts. And it's more important that you show up every day and you do something than it is to go blazing hard and trying to be a superhero. It's just more important to, again, you said, being consistent.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to smash scales and talk about before and after pictures. Michele Gresh is here, and we'll see your new tattoo, maybe your dog and her daughter Haley. So, or Henley. We'll be right back. You're watching The Girls. All right, as promised, you're watching The Girls. We're talking with Michele Gresh, and excuse my background, but this scale, we want to talk about it because so many people make losing weight about what number they are and, the value of who they are based on that number on the scale. And you walk the walk, talk the talk. So tell us about the scale and why we should smash it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes to swear by the scale for weight loss, and it's just really not the best way to go about it. I always tell my girls or anybody that I'm training, go out, buy yourself a pretty dress, pull something old out of the closet that you haven't fit in, an old pair of jeans, an old dress, whatever. But the number on the scale is really not a great way to judge your success. And especially if you're somebody who is tackling weight loss with exercise. Okay. It's really, really detrimental, and it should be smashed.
All right.
Okay.
Smashing scales.
Yes. Smashing scales.
Get ready to scale.
When you use exercise as a means for weight loss, which I always say, every program should incorporate exercise as part of weight loss. It really bothers me when it doesn't, because it is such a vital component to health and wellness. And a lot of these programs have you in such a caloric deficit that they don't want you exercising because it puts you into starvation mode. Mm-hmm. And it's just not, I mean, we really strip away the value of exercise and all the other good things about it. So when it comes to the scale, if we're working out every day and we're pressing weights and we're gaining strength, okay, our body is going to change in composition. And that number is not going to absolutely reflect your success. Okay. If you're gaining muscle, there's technical ways to say it. I'm going to keep it very layman's. Okay. If you're gaining muscle, your composition is going to change and you may actually gain weight. Okay. Good weight, Muscle helps burn fat. So a lot of women get on the scale. Okay, their pants are big, they're falling off, but they gained 5 pounds. Okay, I just had this happen. Somebody got on the scale went up 5 pounds, they fit in pants they couldn't fit in before. Okay, so you really, really need to be careful about relying on that scale as a means to evaluate your successes. It just can send you down a really bad avenue.
So the mirror doesn't lie. Look in the mirror. I mean, if you're getting smaller, you have a tape measure and you're getting smaller, it's
Yeah.
the basic thing is being healthy.
Yes, the goal is to truly be healthy. And I always see this, people undermine exercise and diet until it either clicks or your health forces it to click. So I get a lot of people who are either diabetic or pre-diabetic, or they've got horrible cholesterol, they've got a heart condition. Okay, now life has forced them to incorporate movement into it. And if it doesn't click prior to that, one of those two situations either happens. Okay, you either start becoming ill or having issues, and then you jump on a diet plan, or you just blow it, you just, don't take it seriously enough. And then life forces you to. So yeah, I mean, the scale, not the best way. Now, I always say, if you're not exercising, and let's say you're using solely a diet plan, well, then the scale, you might want to use it because you don't want to be losing too much weight. It's a better judge. But if exercise is part of your health and wellness plan and your means to losing weight, you cannot let the number dictate your success.
Well, let's just say one thing about exercise. Whether you're exercising to lose weight or not, exercise should be in your pattern and in your routine every single day, just for the health of your heart. So let's forget about the weight part.
It really should. I mean, it's part of cardiac rehab. It's part of, I get so many women who are pre-diabetic or they're diabetic, and the doctors need those numbers. The doctors, my daughter, you want to come say hi?
Yes. Henley, come say hi.
You're mini me. Where's mini me?
Hi.
Look at her.
Here's
Hi,
my.
Henley. You're famous. You probably don't know us, but we know you.
And away she goes. She's always flying through the air.
She wanted permission to dress up like a ballerina, so that's okay.
Listen, wear what you want, kid, right?
So yeah, I mean, it's so good for so many other health conditions, and we just like to wrap it around weight loss, and we shouldn't be doing that.
So could you give some tips to someone who is sitting in a chair, maybe just recovering from being in the hospital? Now they have to work their way back, to being able to just get up from the chair, being able to walk. What could they do slowly for their body? Just give them a couple of little things to do to just get started.
I have somebody right now that unfortunately had to have a foot amputation. Okay. But she's got other things going on. Okay. So we set her up on a program. She needs to lose weight. Okay. Part of the amputation was due to poor circulation from lack of movement, okay, and diabetes. So we, in fact, put her on a program. I got her doing some bands, some strengthening. You can go on Amazon very cheaply. They sell resistance bands. Okay, you don't need to be throwing around free weights. You could buy yourself a set of loop bands. They sell them at TJ Maxx. Okay, you can strengthen your chest muscles. You can strengthen your bicep muscles and your tricep muscles. Okay, same thing. You can set yourself up with what we call a recumbent bike. Okay, and it's just hands or feet. You can sit it on a table in front of your chair, and you can just be riding that bike. If you're confined to a chair, you don't have great mobility, but you've got upper body strength, you can be riding that bike. Okay, if everything's fine from the waist down, you can put just your feet in it and use that bike. You can do marches. You can do ankle pumps. Okay, so there are ways, even if you are looking to just get started, to get yourself moving and get yourself on your way to better health. We just added a new class to GFit. It's strictly low impact. It's a 50-minute class. We don't get up and down off the floor. We don't press heavy weights. We don't do any jerking or bending or anything like that. It is strictly for beginners. So that has become very popular because let's face it, we're not all completely able-bodied. Some people have underlying conditions. I have people with arthritis, fibromyalgia. I mean, I've got all walks of life in my program. So that is where my degree really helps me because I am used to working with people who are compromised.
Michele, we're running out of time. Talk about, you are online and your website people can go to join. The website is
www.gfitvirtualfitness.com.
And you might be virtual, but you are fun and you're taking the G-Fitters. They can go to Cape May, which you've already done. You're going to what? You're going to Nashville. You're going to be performing, right? Live?
Yes, we're going to Nashville. We're going to Nashville in May, and we're having a big 2-year celebration at one of the big time bars on Broadway. And they are going to host us, and we are going to do a class right on the dance floor. So we're super excited about this.
You need to do that. Someone has to do that Facebook Live because I want to see it because I can't make it to Nashville, but I would love to see that. And you have an apparel line too that you can check out if someone's interested, or you're on Facebook. You could check out all of that information there just to get more information, from Michele, because there's so much information. We only have so much time. We have about a minute left, Mom.
And happy 20th anniversary. You are married. We didn't mention that, but you juggle all of this. Happy 20th anniversary. You're going away on a trip.
Yes, we are. My husband is my biggest supporter, and we are going to St. Thomas to celebrate 20 years.
I love you. And you're bringing Henley. Is the dog going or no?
Henley is coming with us. So yeah, it'll be a nice big family affair.
Dog staying home?
Dog is staying home.
My dog's looking at me like, is she bringing the dog or not?
No.
That's great.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see some great things from you, even from your vacation. I'll keep checking in with your Facebook and on your website, and have a G-Fit day.
Thank you.
Michelle's a hoot. You got to at least follow her on Facebook because she'll keep you entertained at least, right?
Yeah.
Holding nothing back.
Yeah, silliness into it.
Thanks, Michele. We'll see you again on The Girls. Check out that virtual fitness, the website, and the apparel is really nice for different holidays and just to have fun. And if you want to be a part of an inspiring group, even just for the motivation, you can go to the G-Fit virtual website or find them on Facebook. So check it out. We'll see you next time.